Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a mom life type of makeup tutorial. This is going to be a quick and easy makeup tutorial that you could do if you're on the go, and it also lasts you all day long. So I'm using a few products today. It may seem like kind of all over the place, but it's gonna be really quick and easy. I'm not gonna do anything too like in depth today because obviously this is a really quick type of makeup, and I want to make sure that it's gonna last all day too. So I'm not gonna take like, okay, it's like 5 minutes. It'll probably take around 10 to 15 minutes to be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to get a nice finish on your skin and try to get you out the door pretty quick, because I know it can be a little bit hard to be a mom and, you know, be busy all the time and still look your best and look how you want to. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to get a nice look. And before I get started, please don't forget to like this video. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell so you're notified when I post my next video. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this mom makeup. So first things first, you already want to have your skin moisturized and prepped with like your SPF if you know you need SPF. Today I'm going to be using the GlamabelleTV CC cream, and this is the oil-free matte one, and it already has SPF 40. I always put SPF underneath, but I'm just saying, like, if you have a foundation that has SPF, that's even better, especially if you're mom, you're a little bit more on the mature side, you want to put SPF on your skin to prevent aging and stuff like that. So I'm going to be using that today, but like I said, I already have moisturizer on my skin, so I'm just going to prep it really quick. I'm not going to do like a lot of primers because, you know, if you're on the go, you really don't have time to do a lot of primer. So I'm literally just going to take my NYX Bear With Me setting mist and just spritz my face, because this is kind of like a priming spray. So I'm just going to spritz my face really quick. While that's also drying, I want to take, because I do have a little bit of pores, and if you have time, do this, but it's not something necessary. You don't have to put a pore filling primer on, especially if you don't have this issue. I just do it personally because I do have a pore issue, so I like to do this step all the time no matter what. Today I'm going to be using the Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC cream, and this is the oil-free matte one, and I'm using this one specifically because I want to make my makeup to last all day, but I still want like a pretty good finish to the skin. I have two shades here. I have Fair Light and I have Light. So I'm going to take a brush. This is an e.l.f. Cosmetics buffing foundation brush. I'm literally gonna just spackle it on. This is the shade Fair Light, by the way. So I like this foundation because it does have SPF. I've never used the oil-free matte one, but I've used the original formula and it still works really well. But this is not a foundation you want to wear if you're going out and you're gonna take flash photography, because SPF will cause a flashback. I'm actually gonna gear towards a sponge because this foundation is a little too thick and it's literally like spackling on the brush. So I'm gonna get a sponge and kind of just finish the job. You don't have to do this step. Like I said, you could use either or. I'm just gonna take the Juno & Co sponge and kind of just blend everything out. You could do a little bit of concealer as well if you don't want to use a foundation or you don't have a foundation. Another good option, instead of using an actual foundation, use a foundation stick. I would use a foundation stick, but I only have one foundation stick and it's not really the best. If you're really in a rush, you could put a type of powder on your face that's going to give you a little bit more coverage after you've done this. So that's an option too. Me personally, I don't have those types of powders because I don't like how they look on my skin. I feel like they just make me look a little bit more textured and cakey and dry. So I like to use a more natural finish type of loose powder all over my face. Okay, so that's done. I'm gonna go in with concealer really quick. You really don't need to do this step. This is just an optional step, and I'm going to be using actually a affordable concealer, using the Full Wear Infallible by L'Oreal. So I'm just going to put it under the eye today. I'm not doing like a full like contour and highlighting. Okay, so I'm just going to take my sponge and blend out this concealer. Like I said, it's not necessary because if you already have enough coverage, that's fine. But I know sometimes, like especially if I don't get enough sleep, you could tell underneath my eyes. I always like to use a concealer no matter what. And I'm gonna transfer this onto my eyes again. I mean, it's not necessary, but I'm doing it just so I could have a blank slate. And I'm not gonna do anything on my eyes. I'm just gonna pop whatever bronzer I have. So again, another optional step, you don't need to set your under eyes and stuff with powder. You could literally just leave everything as is and just have more like a dew, especially if you're using a matte foundation, then it's not necessary. But me personally, I'm pretty oily and I get oily throughout the day. Oils peek through. As you can see, it's already like kind of shiny right here, so I need something that's gonna cover that up. I'm actually gonna be using my Maybelline Fit Me powder today only because it's super affordable and it's a super good powder. It's gonna leave my makeup on all day long. I'm gonna take another clean sponge. Again, you don't have to take another clean sponge. You could literally just use whatever sponge you're using or take a brush if you want. I mean, personally, I take sponges all the time because I feel like it sets my makeup even better. I'm really pressing it into the skin. I'm not gonna leave it baking because I don't need to. And once you press it into the skin, you have a pretty good outcome already. You don't need any baking. My sponge is actually a little bit more wet than it should be, so make sure you really wring it out if you're using the sponge method, because you don't want it to kind of mess up your makeup, because I know it does that sometimes. Really quickly, I just want to get a pressed powder. This is, again, optional. I'm just taking a pressed powder, and this is the Sephora Micro Smooth. I'm taking it on my Morphe E50E and kind of really pressing into the skin. I use a setting spray to set all my setting powders into my skin, and I just did that really quickly. So next I'm going to really lightly fill in my brows. Like literally so light, kind of just give them a little bit of color. If you have good brows, then don't do this, but I need a little bit more than what I have. I'm literally just gonna take my pencil and run it through the brow. I'm not doing anything perfect. So that's how my brows look. I know they're not perfect, but they're not gonna be perfect because we're like trying to run out the door. We got things to do. So when you're in a rush, you literally want to have like something like this on hand. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go in first though. I'm gonna take this Lancome Absolute powder. I've never tried it before, but I usually use my Hourglass powder and kind of want to give myself a glow. So you want to have, like I said, a palette like that on hand with bronzers and blushes, and that has a highlighter too, but just so everything's like easy and on hand and you don't have to like rifle through all your products. Adding this is, it's like a highlight first. This is so pretty. I'm gonna take this Catrice Cosmetics California in a Box palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip into these two shades together. These are like the bronzer shades. I'm gonna take a small bronzing brush. Never used this before either, but just kind of gonna hit this all on the contour areas. Give myself a nice bronze and contour without being too precise. Again, this is not about precision. It's just about giving yourself a little color without doing too much. This is gorgeous actually. The color looks really good. It's actually surprisingly a little bit more warmer than I expected it to be, because it doesn't look that warm in the palette. It looks a little bit more on the cooler side, but it looks really pretty. And this is actually an affordable brand. Their products are really good. I actually love Catrice products. So not only is this makeup quick, but it should last you all day. If you're doing like really extensive activity, obviously I don't think it's gonna last you, but it should for the most part last you, because if you're using like a really matte foundation and stuff like that, it should last you. So really quickly, I'm gonna run the bronzer in my eyes. I'm gonna take this shade and just kind of hit it in the crease, just to kind of, I'm gonna mix the shades together actually, just to give myself a wash of color so my eyes don't look so white. And then I'm gonna take the highlighter that's right here and just pop it on the lid to give myself a little bit of a shine. again, not necessary. Do as you please. The eyeshadow portion is completely optional. I know it's like, oh my god, it's kind of extra, but it's really, if you're quick-handed with it, it's nothing precise either, so it should not take you a long time to do this. So I'm gonna take a blush in this same palette. I think I'm gonna do this blush, and then I'm gonna see, I might top it off with that shimmery blush. Let's just see. I'm gonna take a blush brush, go on the apples of my cheeks. This palette is super good. This is a really powdery type of blush. I'm actually not gonna use that highlighter in the palette because it's a little bit not pungent enough for me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take the same Lancome powder that I had and just top it off a little bit more with this because it kind of got lost in the blending. Really quickly, I'm just gonna curl my lashes and pop on some mascara, and then that should be it. I'm taking my eyelash curler. I actually never curl my lashes ever in my life. I always just leave them blank. So you could curl your lashes, leave your lashes blank if you'd like, or pop on some mascara. I'm gonna pop on a little bit of mascara. I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. This one's a little bit clumpy, so just a warning on that. So this is pretty much it. My lips are pretty pigmented on their own, so I literally don't even have to add a lip. But my suggestions for a lip, either use a lip gloss or a lip balm. If you really want to go out there and do something like a lipstick, then go ahead, but if you're on the go, just don't do it. I'm taking the Kylie You Are The Sun lip gloss. I love this gloss, it's so pretty. I would recommend using a gloss because it just gives you more like powdier type of look. It's gonna make your lips look more plump and more youthful, and it'll just look better all together. So yeah, this is what I came up with, and this is the final look. And honestly, that Catrice California Box palette, bomb. So this is my final look of my quick and easy glam. I actually popped on some lashes because me personally, I can't go a day without wearing lashes if I'm wearing makeup. Like, it just, I feel weird, and I don't know, I just need lashes. So I popped on the Lily lashes. These are in the style Goddess, and I think these are like the synthetic ones, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure, don't quote me on that, but Lily Lashes Goddess. So I really love her lashes, and these are more of like a natural natural for me wispier type of lash, and I feel like it goes really good with like a really natural type of look. So yeah, this is my final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I know some people really, it's not even just for moms like that are rushing. It's literally if you're going to school, you woke up late, you need to do your makeup, or just anybody that needs a quick makeup. I feel like this is a really good option. And obviously the video is a little bit longer because I'm talking through it, but if I wasn't talking and really focusing on my makeup, it would probably take me between 10 to 15 minutes. So yeah, I feel like it's a really good option. I'm running out the door for whatever reason, you're still gonna look put together, but your makeup's gonna look really nice, really full coverage pretty much, because I use a full coverage foundation, and you're gonna be protected from the sun if you wear your SPF. And wear your SPF, ladies, because, and gents if you're watching, but wear your SPF because it's really, really important, especially right now that it's summer. You really want the SPF on your skin all year round pretty much, but right now it's summer, the sun, she's harsh. And the gloss, like I said, it's a really good trick if you want your lips to look fuller. If you have issues like your lips aren't like that pigmented, because my lips are like pretty pigmented, like they're pretty pink on their own. But if you don't, put a lip liner on, throw it on really quick, or even throw on a liquid lip and then just pop the gloss over, and then you'll be good to go. So give yourself a little bit of a tint, because I know some people don't have like pink lips like this. But yeah, the gloss trick is a good trick if you want your lips to look a little bit more plump and a little bit more youthful. Also the glow to the skin, you want a nice glow to the skin. You could use like a hydrating spray. I actually haven't set my face yet, I'll set it right now, but you could use a hydrating spray to set your face, or a really matte spray if you get really, really oily. Me personally, I like to use both. It's not necessary, but I like hydration. I use the matte one first to really set my skin, and then I'll use a hydrating spray over just to give me a nice glow. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like this video, comment down below what you thought of this makeup. Are you gonna do it? Have you done makeup like this before? I don't know, let me know down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell so you're notified when I post my next video. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.